Welcome once again to Eastern Newsbeat on Channel 31. Peter MacArthur with you. Welcome again as we start, Era TV starts for the year 2013. Coming up very shortly, we're going to hear some ladies. We're going to hear from Bill Page and some ladies about dog training, and that'll take place a little bit later. But we've been doing this and reminding you of this. We have a situation where a lot of people still say to us, we can't get you on television. And what's happening, of course, is they're looking for Channel 31, and because there is only digital for Channel 31 now, and that's on Channel 44, that's where you've got to look. And a number of people, friends and relations, if you know of people who are saying that to you, then tell them very quickly, what you used to know as Channel 31 is now on Channel 44 digital. We're not on analogue anymore. And once people start to get that message, then they'll start to come back to us and realise that we haven't closed up shop. We're thriving and we're bringing you many, many programs. And now on our program Eastern Newsbeat, let's go to Bill Page.
Well, thank you, Peter. I'm Bill Page, and I'm talking to two ladies, Rita Ashby and Lissa C. They're from the Mountain District Horse and Pony Club. First up, Rita, can you tell us a bit about the club, like where it meets, what you do, what's going on with it?
Yes, the Mountain District Horse and Pony Club is situated in Eastfield Road in Croydon. We've been going since 1944, so we're the oldest pony club in Victoria, and maybe even Australia. I'm not definite though. And yes, it's a place where we provide an opportunity for children to bring their horses up to the age of 25 years, the children and young adults, and learn horsemanship, responsibility. There's so many benefits from being at the club.
So what if a child doesn't own a horse? Can they still become a member?
Look, they can come along, as I said, the first Sunday of every month and have a look around. Generally, it is a mounted pony club. So, yeah, look, they might be looking at buying a horse in the future, so it's a good introduction, certainly. And
it's a horse and pony club, so I know what the difference is, but what's the difference within the club? Is it age-related, you're on ponies, and then a bit later you go to a horse, or what?
Look, it just depends what the person comes along with. You know, we do have some people on smaller ponies. You know, they just bring along their mount and there's no problems. We just have different sections depending on their ability. If they're, say, more new to it, then we'll put them in a grade that's suitable for them. But, of course, if they're more experienced, then they go in probably a bit of a higher grade.
So are the grades age-related or just on ability-related?
Ability, probably, yeah. Look, it's a great club, very friendly. I've been there quite a while now. Lisa and her mum and dad have virtually started the club, really, not in 1944, but they've been there forever. Lisa's dad was actually a member many years ago, and her mum is the secretary. So, yeah, they've got a lot of roots within the club. But it's very friendly, very welcoming, and we're always looking for new members.
And you meet once a month? What day was it again?
The first Sunday of every month, excluding January, I think, yeah. So, so 11 times a year.
So looking after a horse or any sort of animal is a big responsibility for a child. It teaches them good skills. Tell us some of the skills that they might learn.
Oh, look, you know, if you have a horse, there's the responsibility, you know, you have to take care of that horse. There's, you know...
It's a big commitment, isn't it?
It is. I think it is excellent. My daughter's 16 and I think it's been the best thing for her. I would, you know, if you're able to, if you have the opportunity to do that for your children, and that's boys and girls, not just girls, you know, I think it's a wonderful way of showing them, teaching them, as you said, responsibility, because they have to maintain that horse if they don't feed it, groom it, shoes, you know, there is a lot involved. Well, the horse will suffer.
So it's not you don't sort of on a whim give your child a horse at Christmas and everything takes care of itself. No. There's a lot of extra things that go with it.
That's right. And as a parent, you have to go in with your eyes wide open. But again, if you're able to do it, it is a fabulous experience, and I've loved every minute of it.
And you have to be certain that your child is keen and will remain keen, not just sort of a whim, I'd love to have a horse and everything will be fine.
And that's right, yeah. Look, I guess, that does happen. And I mean, sometimes as children grow older, they do grow out of it. And then, they find another home for their horse. But yes, it is something that, we hope that, kids stay interested in.
Yeah. And there are fees, I suppose, to join?
Yes, I would probably, Lisa, would you know?
Lisa, yeah.
No, actually not too sure, but you can always contact the secretary of the club or even go on the website and email, and we can always send through information about how much fees are and everything like that. So, and insurance cover and all that kind of thing. So yeah, we can always definitely send the information out to anyone that is interested, or they're more than welcome to come down to the club on the first Sunday, and we can actually speak to them one-on-one there, and actually see what happens, which I think is always a positive thing. So yeah.
Yeah. So probably I'm just surmising that the fees that they pay don't cover all the expenses, so you have some fundraisers.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We definitely do. We like to try and get everyone together and raise some money for the clubs, most definitely. Provide things back for the kids, for us to get, different instructors that come along, because that can cost a little bit more money. Put on fun social events, whether we all go out, have dinner at someone's house, or, get everyone in together. I think that's a really big thing we like to do. So yes, definitely we do fundraisers.
And you've got one coming up through in April.
That's correct.
And
yes.
you have been raising funds on a similar thing through January, February and March.
That's exactly right. We've been running some freshman show jumping competitions. They're open sections, so we've been doing the first Saturday of the month. We did January, February and March, and now we've got the last one coming up on the 6th of April. So as many that want to come along, more than welcome. It's really quite a fun thing. The previous ones we've run, we've had such positive feedback from. Again, not only is it great for our own members, but it's really good to encourage other kids who either are members of other pony clubs or that just socially ride themselves, then they can come along. So we encourage everyone that has friends to spread the word. That's it's a really big thing.
And the 6th of April is a Saturday, is it?
That's correct, yep. Yes it is, yep.
So what does this what's it called again? Freshman's
show jumping. So
what's it all about?
Okay, so for people that don't have horses and aren't aware, basically it's like an open competition. So we set up a course of show jumps, which yes, a little bit goes into that. You basically do a round.
Jumps.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're different heights. So depending on your grade and your ability, you can start off really low or you can go all the way up. So our base height is about 45 centimetres and we go all the way up to over 1 metre. So that again is a safety. So we just sort of got to pick and choose what level everyone's safe at. And everyone just comes in normal attire. So that would be jodhpurs, a top, helmet, closed shoes. There'd obviously be in their jumping gear, a saddle, a bridle on the horse. They don't have to be in formal wear for like we would for competitions, because it is just a fun event. It's nothing serious.
What's formal wear?
Oh, formal wear would be like a jacket, a tie, a shirt. Sorry, just to cut that in there. It's really quite polished. This is a bit more relaxed.
So when I see it on the Olympics,
yes,
and dressage stuff, that's formal wear.
That is exactly correct. Yes, it's very proper. It's still good to be neat and tidy and look well presented, but you don't have to get out and iron the shirt out. You can just pop on a nice polo and go for it. Yeah.
So with show jumping, is there special saddles, special equipment from other activities that you do on a horse?
Look, there are. I mean, it's a difficult sort of thing, I guess, to go down. For those who are horsey would obviously know there are special equipment specifically for jumping, but there is a generalised tack that most children and adults would use. There's either an all-purpose or a specifically made jumping saddle. Depends, I guess, on how serious you are and how involved with which discipline you choose to do. Some people even jump in a dressage saddle. It's not necessarily ideal, but some people do. I guess as long as you have a saddle and a bridle to put on your horse and a girth, then anyone can give it a go.
Okay, so what's that date again? The 6th?
That is the 6th of April, and it's $5 a round, and we'd love everyone to come along.
And there's prizes at the end?
There isn't any sort of prizes. It's just sort of a clap after the round. But we are running a sausage sizzle and drinks and things like that as a bit of an extra fundraiser. So, yeah, just everyone cheering everyone on and having a really fun, easygoing day.
And where will that be?
That will be held at our club grounds, which is off Eastfield Road in Croydon. So just behind the Trotters track, we've got our club rooms. There'll be signage for everyone to know where to go. So, yeah.
And a quick phone number?
It is 97284644, and that's for the Secretary Marie. Please feel free to give us a call.
Okay, thank you very much for coming along. I've been talking to Rita Ashby and Lissa Cluning, and they were from the Mountain District Horse and Pony Club.
Thank you.
You're watching Eastern Newsbeat, presented by Era TV on C31. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Eastern Newsbeat on C31. Now there's a familiar face in the frame. There's Lissa Cluning. She's a great volunteer person because she's a member of the Mountain District Horse and Pony Club, and she's wanting to become an interviewer for Era TV. So she is a member of the club, and she will be interviewing a couple of ladies from that Horse and Pony Club about Dog's Day Out. So we'll find out all about that from Lissa Cluning.
Beautiful. Thanks, Phil. All right, hi everyone. So we have Bianca Ashby and Rita Ashby from the Mountain District Horse and Pony Club. Silly me. The girls are here today just to have a bit of a chat to us all about the Dog's Day Out that we had. Successful day. It was a fun day. Rita, do you want to just tell me a little bit about it?
Yes, look, it's a fundraising event that we have. We have a number of them throughout the year. And basically it was competitions, so fun competitions, and anyone in the community could come along and enter their dogs, and we had about 25 competitions, and we awarded ribbons and prizes, such as waggiest tail, longest legs, really fun. It was all based on fun, and we had an overall champion, which was based on points, which was a little bit more complicated, but yeah, look, it was a great day. We had lots of food, we had homemade cakes, sausage sizzle, we had a flyball demonstration, we had a celebrity and film dog come along.
Excellent, yes.
Doing amazing tricks, and all the usual stalls. We had lots of dog merchandise, lots of dog services. Look, it was wonderful.
So is this the first Dog's Day Out that the club has run?
We have had a dog event before some years ago, but this is certainly one of our bigger ones. Last year we had some market days. They were great, but I think we're heading more towards, continuing with the Dog's Day Out because everybody can come along. So with the market stalls, it was maybe a little bit limited because not everybody wants to have a market stall, but just about everybody has a dog.
Yeah, that's true. I guess especially a lot of horsey people have dogs too.
Of course. and that's the thing. And we love people to come and see our club rooms as well.
Yes.
And, there might be somebody that's got a dog but might want to think about getting a horse. Well, beautiful. They can come and see our club rooms, and you never know, that might convince them to go and, get into horse riding, purchase a horse, and end up at our club, hopefully.
That's exactly right. And I guess on a normal rally day, do we normally have dogs come along? We see a few, I guess, come along.
We see a couple. Yeah. Of course, they have to be on leads just for safety. But look, we're very easygoing at our club.
Would you say then that this day is probably a good sort of, relation into encouraging kids with not only is it horse care but dog care and responsibility for riders again to be aware of that? And
definitely, yes. Look, and we have a number of services, grooming, all sorts of things for dogs. So that in itself was great for the kids to see.
Excellent. So yeah, this was actually like a really fun day, I guess. It was an awesome little activity raiser for us all. Everyone to get their hands in and dirty and have a good go. Yep. Do we sort of plan to have another one in the future? Is that, I guess, our aim?
I think so. We might, keep going with them. But yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Excellent. Yes. What are big things that we do at a rally, that's necessarily, I guess, horsehair? This is a dog show. We're obviously wanting things to look a little pretty. Yes. Do you know, or Bianca, would you be able to help out with anything in particular with how you prepare your horse for competition? Washing, shampooing, plaiting, getting wet and muddy. Lots of hard work.
Bianca knows all about that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, look, it is great, if you do end up, sort of getting involved because you learn so much about, like being organised, being responsible. Yeah. Because the horse, it does take a lot of work to get the horse ready for competitions, as you would know.
That's true, yes.
Competitions are, I know from personal experience, if we have a competition starting at 9 o'clock far away, you're up at probably, yes, and that is literally true. And getting the horse ready the night before, washing, plaiting. What other sort of things do we do? Just
cleaning gear, trying to make ourselves look a little nice.
That's right.
Preparing the car. Yeah, a little bit of everything really,
That's right.
goes a long way. So, and I guess, being a part of the club, it is quite a good thing. It's a nice big family event. It's not just limited to the kids. Extended members of the family can come along. And I guess this dog show is a really good way to encourage maybe brothers and sisters and relatives who own dogs themselves, like you said before, don't have necessarily horses, but can still come and see what we're all about. And
that's exactly right, because a lot of people know, for instance, personally, they know that we're involved in the club, and they've heard all about. They've never been, and the dog show was perfect because they actually got to come along and see. You've got fantastic club rooms and also, participate as well. So it is good for family to see because, you were saying we're off to Pony Club. They don't really know what that's about. So they were able to come along and see all of that.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, so whereabouts do you guys meet? So where was the dog show held?
It was held at our club room, so it's Mountain District Horse and Pony Club, which is Eastfield Road in Croydon. We're beside the Eastfield Park. And there was lots of signs out so everyone could see where we were. And we meet the first Sunday of every month. But the pony, the dog show was was a once off.
And so Pony Club itself, it's an all year round thing, every day.
Yes, it's 11 times a year. We don't have a meet in January, but every other month, first Sunday of the month, we're there.
Yep.
So everybody.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Rain, hail or shine, sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it?
Yes. So, but everybody is welcome, and we really would love to get some new members. We've got about 25 members, so we're a smaller sort of club, but it's a very warm and friendly club, but we would love to increase our numbers.
And I guess boys as well, boys included.
Of course, yes, it would be nice to get boys. Of course, there are more girls, which is just one of those things, but yes, we would love to get some boys.
And I guess it's a great thing to sort of, introduce kids that possibly might want one day make this their profession. Horses, can go quite a long way with that. So, sorry about that, guys. What's the best contact number if anyone is interested to call on, or is there any way that they can contact us to find out more about the club?
Yes, you can contact our secretary, and her number is 9728 4644.
Excellent.
And our website, if you just type in Mountain District Horse and Pony Club, I know it's a mouthful, you'll bring it up there.
Excellent. Thank you, Rita.
No worries.
Thank you very much, everyone. Rita and Bianca from Mountain District Horse and Pony Club. Thank you, sayonara. This is Lissa Cluning reporting for Eastern Newsbeat Digital 44. Thank you.
Welcome to the first instalment of my South American adventure, and you are watching it courtesy of Era TV and Eastern Newsbeat. This trip took about 2 months, and I went to Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil and the Amazon. My first port of call was Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. And you're looking at some of the architecture at the moment. This is Recoleta Cemetery, where many famous Argentinians are buried, and none are more famous to most people than Eva Perón, and this is her grave. Here is the Pink House, which is the equivalent to North America's White House, and where Eva Perón addressed the crowds from the middle of that top balcony. This is an Art Deco building, and it is called Abasto Shopping Centre, which has been renovated and refurbished. The Argentinians like smoking, and these smoking pots, people carry them everywhere, and they often share them with their friends. This was a delicious pastry type thing called a calzone. Argentinians are besotted with the tango, and you can see buskers in the streets all the time plying their skills. And they're hoping that you will place some money into their hat. There are a lot of street scams in Buenos Aires, and a favourite is to surreptitiously squirt you with an oily substance, and then to offer to hold your bag or offer to help you clean yourself up, and then they run off with your bag. I had it played on me, or at least 4 times, and lucky I was aware of this trick and scam before I arrived in Buenos Aires. So I was awake up, and it didn't work on me, fortunately. Now I'm in the colourful but dangerous La Boca area, where the famous soccer team plays, Boca Juniors. This central area of La Boca is safe-ish for travellers, but venture further out, and particularly at night, and you're almost certain to be getting mugged. Here is more tango dancing in the La Boca area. As I said, it is very popular in Argentina. From Buenos Aires, I went way down south of Argentina to the Patagonia area and to the town of El Calafate. I went mainly to see this fantastic site called the Moreno Glacier. Having already been to Antarctica, I thought that this would be an anticlimax, but not so. It was fantastic. It was enormous, and it sheds about 1 metre of ice every day, but it is neither growing nor receding. The sound of the ice being shed and falling into the water was a treat, just to stand there and listen and watch it happen. And it was so good that I just stood there and watched it for over an hour. These are pink flamingos that I saw in El Calafate. From there, I moved on to a town called El Chalten to do a 30-kilometre round-trip trek to see a mountain called Cerro Fitzroy. It was a long trek just to see views of this mountain, but it was very worthwhile and rewarding. Funnily enough, the weather was very clear when I was leaving the town, and I took these photographs out of the bus window. However, I would still have done the trek even if it had been clear on the way in, and I was able to take the photos of the mountain at that time. Now, Uruguay being so close to Buenos Aires, I did feel compelled to go there for a few days. And here I am in the town of Colonia del Sacramento. And then I moved on to the capital of Uruguay, Montevideo. This is the main square of Montevideo, and here is the main theatre where I went and saw a terrific ballet. And this street, which was full of colourfully painted buildings. And yes, there are many horse and carts in the middle of Montevideo. They're still doing very useful and worthwhile work. A few hours bus ride out of the capital is a seaside resort town called Punta del Este. And on one of the beaches was this huge piece of artwork of a hand coming out of the sand. Uruguay was very nice and a place that I could easily go back to. After leaving Uruguay, I returned to Argentina to fly to one of the highlights of my 2 months in South America, and that was Iguazu.